howdy, neighbor. Hi, Frank Murphy here at Mountain Fun Life. I went to see that movie with Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers this past weekend with my wife, so I've got all that in my head. Hey, and here I am walking into Mountain Fun Life. I've been in the dressing room trying to fix my hair. I think this is the best it's going to get. Maybe I'll ask Kira if she can help me. So I see, I know Brad Lovett's in today, so this is one of these is his desk, but he's probably already in the studio. Let's go see what is going on here in the Mountain Fun Life offices. We'll check out, let's see, nobody's in the break room. Let's go here into the edit bay. And there's Kira. Oh, look at Kira, I'm doing her face. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. My hair, I was going to ask you about my hair. I've been working on it for a minute in the dressing room in the back.
Oh, well, here.
Yeah. You think this is as good as it's going to get? What do you think?
I think it looks fine.
It looks fine? All right.
I mean, mine's a little frizzy, so.
Well, you can use my brush if you want, but it's
I'm good.
gross.
Thank you, though.
Okay. Oh, there's Hannah working hard. Oh, look, it's Savannah.
Hello.
Savannah's still on winter break, on Christmas break from college.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, come on, this is the Mountain Fun Life Best Deals office. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Frank, how are you?
Good, we have to all get over to the studio and start the show. So I came to get you.
Sure.
Karina's here, and they're making deals, Mountain Fun Life Best Deals. This is where you go, 865-978-1152.
Look at this.
She'll mail them to you, but if you want to just get them faster, like let's say you call today.
Meet you?
Yeah. He'll meet you somewhere, right?
Yeah, well, at the hotel.
Yeah. I mean, just theoretically, if you're in the Smoky Mountains and you just found out about Mountain Fun Life Best Deals, well, just right in Pigeon Forge, you can just call, reserve your tickets, and come get them. All right, let's go. Come on.
All right. Okay.
It's time to get going.
Thank you.
Where are you off to? Oh, you're going off to the... Well, all right, we'll wait for you a minute.
Okay, good.
Hurry up.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Well, anyway, I think I've shown you before last week on the show that you can rent our facilities. This is one of the podcasting studios you could rent. And I think there's another one right over here. This is also a podcasting studio. Yeah, well, thankfully no one's in there. Well, they can't be in there because I'm going to be talking so loud. But it's got soundproofing and, lights. You could do either a video podcast or a audio podcast in there if you wanted. And then, Savannah, would you please escort Melanie into the studio?
Right here.
You can bring your stuff into the room. It's all right. All right. And then, I love this part because you've got all the bells and the whistles, all the electronics, all the fun monitors. And look, Rich Haley, our sports director, is here. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning.
Hey, you still tan from Florida?
Of course.
I'm tan from makeup.
Yours will last longer.
I use bronzer. Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, we're going to get settled in. So we've got a couple of moments. So here's producer Brad Lovett. Hi, Brad. Good morning.
Hey.
And there's birthday Eve over there, Hunter. Tomorrow is Hunter's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Good to see you. So,
See you.
and what do we got here? You got the Ask Frank Live logos ready to go.
Just get our titles ready.
Oh, we're giving away Anakeesta tickets.
We are.
That explains why Melanie is here.
Tickets.
Oh, good. What are we giving away, Melanie?
We're giving away 2 passes for 2 for admission.
Two
to
passes for
Anakeesta.
2 for Anakeesta. I got the press release from Anakeesta today. We'll talk about it during the show, about the new highest point thing, towery thing. All right, well, let's get us settled in. Come on, here comes Kira. Okay, we're ready to go. We'll be starting Ask Frank Live now. Well, hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Ask Frank Live. Kira Cupp is here, Savannah Denny is here, and I'm Frank Murphy, and we have an array of things and excitement and stuff. We've got Anakeesta tickets that we're going to give away today. What?
I love Anakeesta so much that I'm so excited about this giveaway.
I am so excited. I got an Anakeesta press release.
Oh my goodness,
which I will
me
also
too.
give away today. Savannah, did you want a press release?
Yeah, of course.
It talks about how they have a new tower that's going to be the highest thing, and Melanie will join us in the next segment from Anakeesta. But we have to explain a few of the rules of the game for today. You can win the Anakeesta tickets by participating and by commenting on the show, and of course we'd love for you to actually ask a question for a change. No one ever does.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we get a lot of comments. We got a lot of questions for Kira. but no one ever dares ask me a question.
I know, but if you want to, you can just keep asking me questions. I don't know why. Like, you would want to ask him a question, unless
Yeah.
you want to ask him if he could eat one of these fruits.
Or
vegetables, not
so,
fruits.
So this is now, if you watch us regularly on Morning in the Mountains, and if you were watching last week on Ask Frank Live, you know we got into this. We often get into this discussion about vegetarianism, or I was talking about what your favorite barbecue was on one of the shows.
Right.
And you were saying, of course, you can't eat anything except barbecued tofu.
Exactly.
And then we got talking about how you will eat a bell pepper
I will.
as if it were an apple. You would just take a bite out of it, right?
Yeah, it creeps everybody here at the studio out.
Why?
I don't know. I just start eating it and they're like,
So that seems.
what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'd like to see it, and so the discussion last Thursday after the show was, wouldn't it be interesting to see Kara eat a bell pepper or an onion or whatever?
We have jalapenos, so please make Frank eat those.
So here's the way we're going to do it for the tickets today: is you get to pick a cast member and you get to pick a vegetable and put that in your comments. And as the comments come rolling in, I will have to bite whatever vegetable you tell me to bite, and so on. And for Savannah and Kira. And under one of these plates is the note that that's the tickets will be won. It's kind of a half-cooked idea.
Yeah, but they're not cooked.
It's a totally raw idea. We haven't really thought this one through, except that we thought it would be funny and colorful to
Right.
have these different vegetables on the table and have you tell us whether you want us to eat the, would you call that a yellow
You can just
pepper?
call it the yellow thing, the
Orange.
green, dark green things, the orange thing, the broccoli tree
If
thing.
you don't know broccoli, then you shouldn't really be watching. And carrots, if you don't recognize carrots, shame on you. And then we also have an onion.
Yeah, I hope you have to eat that one.
What? That seems crazy. Wouldn't you want the person sitting furthest from you to eat the onion?
Oh no, I'd like to watch you cry whenever you bite into it. And you know how it makes your eyes water?
I don't have much emotion, so I guess that would be one way to get me to finally cry.
There we go.
Yeah. Now, my mother watches the show occasionally, and she was concerned, I think, about my health because I told her yesterday, she called yesterday to see if she'd won this raffle ticket that we gave her for Christmas. She wanted to know if she was the winner. Well, she wasn't.
Aww.
I know, but she called, and in the course of it, I told her that my wife Jerry and I were going to have Chinese food for dinner.
Oh, yum.
You better watch out for the sodium, Frank. Be careful, Frank. That has a lot of sodium in it. And you know, Dad had Chinese food the weekend before he had his hemorrhage. And he died, of course, for the next day. So this is what my mother's reminding me, is that my dad had this massive brain hemorrhage and stroke. And she says, you know, your father ate Chinese food right the weekend before that.
Well, good thing is,
What?
this is not Chinese food.
No.
There should be zero
There's no sodium in
there.
it. So, Mom, I'm eating healthy. I want you to see.
There you go.
So that's funny. You know, of course, don't you look shocked that I'm joking about my
No,
dad
I'm
being
not.
dead.
I'm not. I mean,
But
I am. It's awful.
Well, he's
so
been dead
sad.
37 years. It's been a while. It's been a minute. And but I was joking about it the next day. I can't help myself. This friend of mine at school, she never spoke to me again after this. She said, "Oh, Frank, I heard your dad was ill. How's he doing?" I said, "Not good. He's dead." And
That's quite a response.
yeah, it didn't go well.
Now we've got
Anyway,
lots of
okay.
people already trying to enter into this contest.
All right. Now, Rich Haley, the sports director, who we know is here because we just showed him on camera, he's going to vote for broccoli, the tree of doom. Well, put some of these through
Okay.
and decide which ones that, how we're going to start this contest for the Anakeesta tickets and who gets to eat what. Are there any that are voting for? Let's start down the right. Has anyone voted for Savannah yet?
Let's see.
Because we need to. No, I don't see any voting for Savannah yet. So so we need someone to vote for Savannah to take a bite of something, and Kira to take a bite of something. But what am I got? Yellow pepper. Is that right?
Oh my goodness. Philip says Frank has to eat the yellow pepper thing stem first.
All right. So we have a second and a third on that. All right.
I second it.
All right. Well, the ticket.
Oh, good job, Frank. Just
Yeah,
water everywhere.
Well, I did. Thank you for washing them.
You're welcome.
Do I eat the stem?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
He said stem first.
Stem
so
first. All right. So I gotta take a bite out of it with this. Do I eat the? Do you eat the
I
stem?
don't know.
Is the stem edible?
You'll find out.
It's not good. But you washed it, right?
I did.
All right. All right. So I guess I don't know how I'm gonna fit that in my mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, how's that? Does it sound good on the microphone?
Pretty
You want to
good.
bite of the other end?
Why not?
I thought of you. I saw a recipe for meatball subs online. And instead of bread, they take these peppers and slice them in half, and you put the meatballs on the inside, and you make a sandwich. So then, imagine this was full of meatballs, which you can't because you wouldn't eat those. But imagine it was full of tofu, and then you would go like, and now,
That sounds good.
sorry about the, Alan Keyes is going to be mad that I've got pepper all over his chair. But okay. All right, well, there you go. So there you go, Philip Tater. What's his name?
Philip Tatler.
Oh, Tatler. Okay.
Fourth.
So I've eaten the stem, but I think I swallowed it. I don't
You
think
did
this-
swallow it?
Did
You're
you
not
see
supposed to
it?
eat that, Frank. You could die.
Well, my mom will be happy because she warned me.
Maria said, good morning. Good morning, Maria. And then
All right.
Jeannie says, happy early birthday, Hunter. Hunter
Oh!
is part of our crew. He runs the show for us, and his birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Eve. That's Jeannie Lee Palaganas. She was my guest talking about the inn on the river, the Pigeon Forge Inn on the river.
Oh, cool.
They're remodeling the whole thing to make it look really sweet and cool and modern and fancy and upscale and all that. So now I see another vote. Craig Brummerstedt, who's a friend of Rich Haley's, wants me to eat the jalapeno. You know, I don't have to eat all of it. I would like to just point out. Let's see if the let's see. Oh, see now look, we found the
found the
tickets already. But we still have to eat all the rest of the vegetables. Who wants a jalapeno?
It's all you, Frank.
I would like to point out that I actually had jalapenos yesterday at Waffle House.
But you eat them regular?
Well, we got them inside
on.
the Fiesta omelet. Do you eat eggs?
No.
They have a Fiesta omelet at Waffle House. And it comes with slices of jalapeno in it. It's delicious.
And your mouth isn't on fire right now?
Well, I mean, I can tell that it's spicy.
This is not how I expected it to go. Like, I really thought you would take a bite out of it, and you would be, like, so on fire, you'd have to run out of the studio.
Well, I mean, it tastes like jalapenos. It's spicy. I know they're spicy. I can feel it. My mouth is alive with excitement.
Well, maybe somebody will vote for you to eat the onion.
I think I've done two. I think I may be exempt from eating more. I need that paper towel.
There's
That-
some right here.
I've made the water from your wonderful job of cleaning the vegetables.
Thank you, thank you.
So you're surprised that I can eat a jalapeno?
I am. That was.
Now,
let
if it was
let me try this.
you want the same one,
Not the same one.
Savannah, give Savannah one.
Here, Savannah.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? Oh my gosh.
I should have known that that Karina would put the tickets under the jalapenos.
She
We
would.
should have saved that for the end. We all thought it was under the onion.
We did.
I'm taking a little
Do you want to
bite
go first?
because I don't have water.
Well, here, you want a different one? You get a different one.
I want
That one's got a
different one.
bruise
This
on
one's
it.
got a weird thing. I'm gonna go with the smaller one.
We'll bite at the same time.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
you
save
ready?
one. Got to save one for Rich and save one for Melanie.
We like cross our arms together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
These do the dainty faces of Mountain Fun Life.
Oh my god,
What do you mean, oh my? What's wrong with you?
it's hot.
It's a jalapeno. Mm-hmm. How are you? Are you holding up okay?
Well,
What's wrong with you guys?
I didn't take
Well-
that big of a bite.
I guess when you get, after a while, you know, some of your taste buds die. But it is definitely spicy. I'm not denying that it's spicy.
I wouldn't eat that just on its own, though. I couldn't take that big of a bite.
I mean, normally you would have, like, if you're judging a chili cook-off, you normally have milk.
Milk?
Do you drink milk?
Oh yes, Craig said milk
Oh.
is best for that.
That
For
is
the
true.
heat.
That is true. When you judge a chili cook-off, they have usually cups of milk for you and saltine crackers, maybe a piece of bread. Do you eat bread?
Oh yeah, I love bread.
All right. Oh, look here.
This
We're
is
getting more water.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I guess, what?
How are y'all okay? I feel like I'm dying.
So the joke has backfired. You thought I was going to go running out of the room, screaming in pain. All right, I guess we're going to need more comments so you can vote on poor Kira's condition, because we have a lot of comments so far. But we do want you to. Why don't you bite something else? Let's have broccoli or carrots.
Some
Savannah, would
broccoli?
you pass us the broccoli and the carrots that we can eat to calm down our mouths. Because broccoli's kind of bland.
Let me just.
Let me have some of that.
Yeah. Now I have broccoli everywhere.
See, now doesn't that cool off your mouth, though?
Yeah.
It's like a fresh forest breeze. Right there in your mouth.
Guys, I'm so sorry for spitting broccoli everywhere on you just now.
Look, it's not me. It's the guy who's coming in after us is going to be the one who's worried.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about that.
We don't have to worry about it.
We rent the studio out, you know. If you wanted to come in here and do your own show, you could rent the studio. Well, someone's in here after us today, and they're going to find hot pepper, hot jalapeno seeds, and all sorts of nonsense all over this desk.
Yeah, we're just trying to grow our audience. I mean, not our audience,
Have
our
to
own
grow your
garden.
vegetables,
Yeah.
Well, that is very exciting. I thought of you on the way to work today. I
Aw.
was listening to the All-Broadway station on the internet, and they played something from Little Shop of Horrors. They did Suddenly Seymour.
I love that musical. I'm losing my words today.
It's because you're a jalapeno head.
I think so. My mouth still hurts.
Well, I know you like that one, but as they played other Broadway songs during the course of my drive here, it made me wonder if you'd even heard of some of them. They played something from Fiddler on the Roof. They played something from Bye Bye Birdie. They played something from, it was Paul Lynde. And then they played Charles Nelson Riley from Hello Dolly. And I never realized that Paul Lynde and or Charles Nelson Riley actually had any claim to fame. I thought they were just famous because they were famous. I didn't realize they'd ever actually done anything. I know they were on Broadway. I didn't know that. Anyway, all right, so we're going to bring on Melani from Anakeesta, but you're still all in the running.
Yeah.
To especially now, who's voted for actual vegetables? Philip, Craig, and Philip and Craig have actually mentioned vegetables, which we know that you're watching. So if you want to, let's see, Brenda wants to win the tickets. Well, Brenda, mention a vegetable that we have to. We'll make poor Melanie from Anakeesta eat it. All right. So it's time to bring her in. Why not?
Melanie.
Melanie. All right, because we have a present for Melanie.
You got her.
I didn't get it for her. I mean, the company got it for her. So hi, Melanie.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm glad to be here this morning.
We're delighted that you're here. I've interviewed you here before. It's always a joy to have you.
Thank you.
And we know that we love Anakeesta. You know that we've had many, many videos on our Mountain Fun Life channel about Anakeesta.
Yes, you have.
A friend of mine, Asia White, I'm going to mention Asia White just in case she's watching this later. She says, I can never watch your Ask Frank Live segments. I'm getting to a point.
Okay.
But I'm getting to a point is that I can never watch Ask Frank Live because they have a no headphone policy where she works.
Oh no.
So she always is notified. She's on Facebook while she's at work anyway. But she's notified that we're going to go live, but she can't watch. So I sent her the link actually to our YouTube channel last night and said, well, you can always watch them later. And then she sends me back a message. I had no idea you had so many different types of videos because she stumbled across you two, Kira and Savannah at Anakeesta.
Oh, okay.
And then Melanie, she found the interview that you and I did over here in the studio
That's
a while
great.
back on Morning in the Mountains. So all of those things came up in the course of this text conversation with Asia, who is a voiceover actress and a budding television personality on her own. So she's tremendous.
Oh, well,
Well,
that's
anyway,
great.
so I wanted to say that. But we got you some Mountain Fun Life stickers.
Oh, thank you so much.
In fact, we have enough that you could put one on every one of the cars
Well, we could do that.
going. I mean, the tram things
It would
going
look
up.
good on the Ridge Rambler.
It would. We'll have to stick
Pass
one of
that
those
down.
on there.
Pass that down, and then also we'll pass down the T-shirts or hold up the
Wait,
T-shirts.
what are we doing here, Frank?
Pass those to Melanie.
There you go.
And then
Thank you so much.
we got these fancy Mountain Fun
Oh,
Life
definitely.
T-shirts that we're going to pass down to
Oh, I
Melanie
love
as well.
the T-shirts. Thank you all so much.
Well, it's our way of saying thank you to Anakeesta for your support of Mountain Fun Life and participating with us in all these different things that we do.
Well, we appreciate everything that you all do for Anakeesta and supporting us, too.
Now, I gave away my copy of the press release about Anakeesta's new tower. So, Savannah, you've got it right there. But, you probably already know all this, Melanie. Have they sprung it on you yet?
Oh, yes. They did. They actually did spring it on me.
Tell us about the new tower under construction.
Well, we, just in time for Gatlinburg's 75th anniversary as well, we are doing our biggest expansion to date. It's a $6 million expansion. Wow. And the crowning point is our beautiful observation tower. It's a 55-foot observation tower, and at the top of that, will be the tallest point in Gatlinburg. You will have 360-degree views of the mountains and some surrounding states as well.
Oh, wow. Even ground level at Anakeesta is higher than the Space Needle, right? Because you're up that high.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So because you're up literally up the mountain. So when you say views of other states, you're figuring from there, I would imagine the closest would be what?
Kentucky.
Kentucky's? Okay.
So you should be able to see Kentucky from there.
I was thinking the other way. I was thinking, like, because I know you can see Georgia, obviously, from Chattanooga. That's not that far the other direction.
That's true. That's true.
Or North Carolina would be the most obvious one, because that's closest.
For sure, definitely. It is going to be absolutely amazing. And we do have some other things that we're doing there as well. We're adding a new almost 300-seat restaurant. It will be fully enclosed for comfort and
Would you
everything.
like some vegetables?
No,
We can take any of these if you want.
I'm really
extra.
delighted that I wasn't included in the participation
Oh, you're
of
gonna.
eating
You're gonna.
eating the vegetables.
What are we gonna make Melanie eat? Here, Brad, send in a comment that Melanie needs to eat a vegetable.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
What do you want, Melanie? The peppers the jalapenos are hot. The carrots are the safest. The bell peppers are kind of neutral.
I could do carrots or a pepper. I don't really want to do the
All right, pass her
jalapenos
some
or the
carrots. This
onion.
should be part of the game.
Okay, here we go. So I need to eat a carrot.
Sure.
Here we go, everybody.
It just shows that you're here the same
It's
day.
good.
Yeah. It just shows that you're not CGI'd in.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I'm really here.
It's like whenever you have to sign in somewhere and it says, I am not a robot, click here.
Right.
And then that's what she just did.
I'm not a
did.
robot,
I
eat
am
a
not a
vegetable.
robot.
Yeah.
Vegetables don't eat. Right?
Right.
Vegetables are not eaten by robots.
I'm just glad I didn't have to eat the onion this morning.
Well, you might still.
Yeah.
The show's not
come
over
on,
yet,
Frank.
Melanie. So about this restaurant at Anakeesta, you have other food there. So tell us what you currently have and then what's coming in the new place.
Okay. Well, of course, we have our Clifftop Grill and Bar, which is our signature restaurant. It sits at the front of Anakeesta, and it is a beautiful wooden pavilion, and it's normally open air, but we do have glass walls that come down to enclose it, so you still have those beautiful views
that where you
while
get
you
those-
enjoy your lunch or dinner.
Those fancy desserts there.
Oh yes, we have wonderful desserts. We do. And of course at Anakeesta we have our dueling zip lines, our Rail Runner mountain coaster. We've got our treetop skywalk, which is over 800 feet long.
Actually, you know what? If we look at the screen behind you, Melanie, I can see your Anakeesta
There-
website over there.
there we go.
So maybe you could show us a couple of those tricks.
Let's see.
Because I see what do you have on there. There's the dueling zip lines.
Right here's the dueling zip lines, and we've got our Rail Runner coaster. And it's the only single rail mountain coaster in the United States, so it's a unique ride. It's the only place that you can get that ride,
So
and
is
it
this
is
something-
so much fun.
Is this something you would actually see maybe over in the Alps type of? Are you
Yes,
getting that kind of experience?
yes, it's a European design, so yes.
European in the Smokies.
How about that?
Well, that's kind of Gatlinburg has that alpine feel to it. Or at least it sort of
Well,
has
it
over the
does.
years.
It does, and that's the theme pretty much of Anakeesta. We've got the whimsical villages like that, and the new restaurant and the additions. They are going to carry on with that same theme. So it's just going to be a spectacular addition for us, and just that much more for our guests to get to enjoy.
Yes, because I mean, you tie into some of your good neighbors like Ober-Gatlinburg. Obviously, they really crank up the Bavarian angle.
Right.
And you guys are continuing in the Alpine tradition, which is a little different but similar.
Similar, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
We
yes,
have
sir.
a question from Jerry Ritchie.
Okay.
Say, when does the tower open?
It will be sometime this summer. We are working hard with construction right now, but we hope
Kira's
to have it
birthday's in
open in
July.
summer.
Could you have it already, right?
Yeah, July 25th.
Yeah, Kira's birthday is July 25th. Could
We
you have
will
it done?
plan to definitely have it open by then.
Awesome, because my birthday last year, I was actually
Kira
at
can come up
Anakeesta.
and be one of the first to go up in the tower.
Wow.
Well, weren't you guys one of the first to go up in the, was it the Rambler or which one was it?
The Ridge Rambler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you were. You
That
were.
was way cool.
It was. We get to do a lot of
No,
cool
we
stuff.
love Anakeesta.
We
We're always up there.
We love going up on the chairlift.
The chairlift and the gondola and everything. So we do have all those ways for you for our guests to get to come see us. We have the chairlift, we have the enclosed gondolas, and we have our Ridge Rambler trucks for those folks that have that little bit of a fear of heights and maybe a little fear of the chairlift. So we want to make sure that all of our guests have a way to come up and enjoy all that we have at Anakeesta.
Let me ask a really stupid question, though. I go to Gatlinburg a lot of days when it's super busy, and there's just people everywhere. You can barely get across the street, the sidewalks are packed. Well, the lines at Anakeesta, like everywhere, I guess, are usually pretty long. How quickly do you get folks moved up the mountain?
Well, we do the very best that we
Yeah.
can to get everybody
But I mean, if I
through
see the
line
line in the
quickly.
plaza, that's only not going to be that long of a wait, is this?
It's not going to be that long of a wait.
'Cause, at
there-
Disneyland, they have the signs that tell me how many hours I have to wait, but it's not even anywhere close
Well,
to that.
no, there's a point. I think we have like 30-minute signs from this
Okay.
point. It might be 30 minutes before you get up there.
All right.
But we do our very best to, of course, get our guests on the mountain as quickly as
But that's
we
actually
can.
a compliment that so many of us want to get to Anakeesta as soon as possible, because sometimes there's a busy time of day with a little bit of a backup.
And we appreciate our guests' patience and everything, and we always know that they're going to enjoy their experience once they arrive at the top.
Do you prefer morning, evening, afternoon? When do you like to be up there? I mean, what's the best time?
I love afternoon and evening,
Mm-hmm.
but morning is great too. If you get there in the morning, you kind of beat the crowds, and you
That's
have
the-
a little more openness where you can walk around and enjoy and see things
Okay.
without as much of a crowd.
That is exactly the insider tip that I was looking for.
Yes.
So when the lines are long at Pancake Pantry, instead jump on Anakeesta. This is what we're talking about.
That's right. That's right. Come get in line at Anakeesta and get up there, be an early bird.
That makes total sense. Okay, thank you, Melanie, for humoring
You're
me
very
there.
welcome.
I was trying to get some inside track.
There you go. We've got the insider information now.
Awesome. Lisa asked a question. She says, do you have a website? What's your website?
We do have a website. It's anakeesta.com, www.anakeesta.com, ANAKEESTA.
Which you told me is a Native American word last time you were here.
And that Anakeesta is a Cherokee word that means the place of high ground.
Nice. Nice, very high ground. In fact, highest ground now, or highest tower. All right, so you say let's talk about that tower again for a second that I got in the press release from
Yes.
my friend Kay Watson. When you say it's got like 360-degree views, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes,
so,
sir.
Will it look like a Space Needle type thing, or will it be open air? What's it going to be like?
Well, there is a good artist rendering of that. I don't know that I have it.
all right.
Don't know that I have that here. It's a very, very unique design, and it will stand alone as far as what you're seeing there.
With open air,
it's a
though?
very open air, very attractive design.
See, I love heights. I'm like the opposite of the person with
There
fear
are
of
so
heights.
many people that don't.
My wife is one. We went up to some top of some lighthouse somewhere on our travels, and she was like this against the back wall the whole time, and the kids and I are like practically hanging over the railing trying to see how far down we can go. So yeah, I don't know why it is. I'm just one of the. I mean, obviously, I'm just different.
I like heights myself.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You got a good job for it.
I do. It's perfect.
I do. Now, for my photographer friends who love the scenery up there, are people allowed to bring cameras up there?
Yes, they are. Cameras, video, everything. We have had a lot of engagements at Anakeesta at several of the beautiful photo spots. So we've got a pretty long list of guests that have come up, and they've had that marriage proposal right there with a beautiful backdrop of the Smoky Mountains. So it's amazing. It really is.
What about weddings?
We have had a couple weddings up there. We haven't really been set up for that with not enough seating and everything. With the new restaurant and everything, I'm not sure yet, but that might change for that. We have had a few people that come up and just have like a little private ceremony with just a few guests.
Right.
And
'Cause
it
the
is a
park-
beautiful spot for that.
Yeah.
The park is open to the public.
Yes, it is.
All day, all long. So it's not like you're renting out the facility for a private event.
That's
The park's-
correct.
It's open to the public.
It sure is.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Now remember to keep commenting so you can be entered to win these awesome tickets. You can tell us what vegetables you want us to eat. We want to make sure
Absolutely.
that you have an opportunity to win these.
Now, tell us about the Melanie, about the when we can use the tickets. It looks like they're good for a year.
They're good
but
for a year from today.
I guess what I mean by that, though, is like the dates and times and hours, because we're getting into the winter season. So give us a little bit of an overview of the winter hours versus the spring hours.
Oh, okay. Right now for the winter, we will be closed during the week, January and February. We will still be open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and on the holiday weekends, President's Day, I think it's Martin Luther King Day, will also be open that following Monday.
Right.
And then March 1st, we go right back to being open every day of the week.
Oh, very nice. I got a lot of friends coming into Gatlinburg that first week of March for the Gatlinburg Improv Fest.
Oh,
which is
great.
that first weekend. So it's the 5th and 6th or 6th and 7th or whatever it is.
So we'll be open every day then.
Oh, good. Good. Well, man, get you up for some tickets. We'll give them away as a door prize at the festival.
Sure, you just let me know.
All right.
Be happy to help.
That's fantastic. I'm making deals everywhere, left and right. Well, I mean, there's literally like a whole bunch of these characters coming in from Nashville and Atlanta and Cincinnati, and we love to show them a good time. Well, that's what we do at Mountain Fun Life. It's the same idea. Is we want to show you a good time when you come to visit the Smokies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hang on a second. Who is James Moyer? Would you play my dry hands?
I have the magic touch.
No, I keep hitting the iPad, the touchscreen.
Nope, you just don't have the magic touch. Now, James says he wants us to eat cauliflower.
We don't have cauliflower. Where are we going to get? Who's got cauliflower? Well, maybe James heard us talking about cauliflower the other day because you ate something that was made from cauliflower. I mean, I talked about cauliflower rice. Mm-hmm. That was cauliflower that had been is made to look like rice. What do you eat? That was like a cauliflower pizza or
something like that. Like you can make it. Like you can put barbecue sauce on it and put breading on it, and it's kind of like a chicken nugget.
Oh, I read about a pizza restaurant that's going to have a new crust made out of butternut squash, I think.
I like butternut squash.
Yeah?
It's very good.
What about you, Savannah?
I just like bread on my pizza.
Just bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is for the gluten-free crowd.
Oh.
Some folks, and man, that's a kind of a natural question, though, Melanie. Nowadays, with so many dietary restrictions, I've got a family member who avoids gluten. I've got a family member who avoids meat, like Kira does. I've got a family member who avoids dairy. I mean, how do you deal with all that when you have a restaurant that's open to everybody?
You have those certain dishes that you can make available for guests with the gluten sensitivity and all of that. So we definitely do that at Anakeesta. We've got something that's available for everyone.
Mm-hmm. And then there's ice cream.
And then there's ice cream. We have our Pearl's Pie in the Sky ice cream shop, which is absolutely wonderful. There's a little bit, let's see here if I can bring something up on Pearl's.
We've actually had some of the
Yeah,
ice
we
cream
did,
there.
and that was awesome. Like
It's
amazing.
it's delicious. Bluebell ice cream, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Bluebell.
Yes.
The salt. I can't find the salted caramel Bluebell ice cream anywhere. Do you have it? Oh, please find it.
I don't know. If not, we will.
It's
we
the
will
best
look for
ever.
it.
I got some one time, and I've been looking everywhere for it. It was only available in the small containers. It's so valuable. It's like they dole it out. Just yeah, Bluebell is awesome. Look at this great comment. I'm going to try to make this one work. Nope. There. Did it go?
It went.
All right.
That's what the green dot means.
All right.
Right.
We used to vacation in Daytona, but after a fluke vacation last year, we stopped in Gatlinburg on the way home and won't look back to the beach for a bit. So much to see last year. But anyway, the mountains are for us. What he's trying to say is they came to Gatlinburg by accident or, not fully intending to stay and turned into a thing. How about that?
Sweet.
They discovered, you've discovered, Doug, you've discovered Gatlinburg, and we compliment you on that ingenious discovery. What are you showing us there on the website, Melanie?
I wanted to mention too that we still have our Enchanted Winter going on, where we have beautiful holiday lights and everything, and that will be going until I believe February 15th.
So show us that on the website, if you would, Hunter.
Let's.
So that's weekends through February 15th, which is President's Day weekend.
Yes.
So you'll get an extra couple day or so
couple
out of
days
that.
there too, and Valentine's Day is coming up too. Valentine's Day is on a Friday this year, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, very very exciting, very dramatic.
Yes.
I think I'm burping up jalapeno. I
Oh
apologize if you heard
no.
that.
Mine.
Now we have somebody saying she'd like to come whenever she has after her surgery on her leg. And in what ways are you all accessible to people with disabilities?
Well, that's another thing that's happening too with the expansion. We are going to have more of a paved or a walkway there that is actually wheelchair accessible and everything to get into the Vista Gardens area, which we have not had that before. So we'll have a way for folks to be able to do that. But we You can access in our gondolas. We can actually, if you have a scooter or a wheelchair, we have a ramp where we can put those in the gondolas and bring you up that way. And we do even have some wheelchairs available for rent. Not for rent, for your use. It's free of charge, complimentary. When you get up there, it's kind of a first come, first served basis.
Well, sure. So a lot of folks.
A lot of folks do take advantage of that.
Part-time in a wheelchair. You know, they're able to get around for the most part. But when you ask about, like, if you've been walking all day from the parking lot to, you know.
Yes, so we have that available for them to maybe get off their feet a little bit and enjoy.
That's thoughtful. That's nice. Oh,
See,
very
I
good.
just love Anakeesta. Everything about you all. You're so kind. Everybody's always friendly up there.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Well, we try to take good care of all of our guests, and we appreciate everyone that comes to see us very much.
How long have you been working at there, Melanie?
Let's see, I started in June of 2018.
Oh, wow. So coming up on your 2-year anniversary.
Coming up on 2 years,
Year
yes. I love every minute of it.
How did you find a great job like
place.
that? I mean, what were you doing before? How did you discover Anakeesta?
How did I discover Anakeesta? Well, we moved here. My husband and I moved here from Kentucky in
No wonder you
October
want to
of
see Kentucky
2016.
from the tower. Nobody else wants to see Kentucky except you. Everyone else is going to be looking at North Carolina and Georgia.
Oh, but so
That's a joke, Kentucky fans.
But of course, we had heard about it. We of course saw some of the construction and everything going on, and I just thought that would just have to be the most awesome place to work. And so luckily, I was able to get this position with them. I do the area marketing for Anakeesta, so I'm out and about telling people about us all the time. And just it's wonderful. Anakeesta is definitely a great place to work as well as to come visit.
Fantastic. So I imagine that much like the other attractions in and around the Smoky Mountains, there's plans for expansion that have to be, over time. So this is not the last that we're going to hear. What do I have, broccoli on me?
Oh no, my face was itching.
Oh, I got the signal that I had.
No, my nose is starting to run from the jalapenos.
Would you like another bite?
No, thank you.
Would you like some more water, or would you like anything?
I'm fine, but thanks for being so accommodating.
That's right. He's trying to help over there.
Well, Kira and I do the show together every week. So we have an understanding that if one of us has broccoli in our teeth, that we're going to let the other one know.
You're good.
Okay. It's just we have to have this, you understand, Melanie, especially you go on television a lot. So it's nice to have someone sitting next to you who can tell you without hurting your feelings that you look terrible.
Yes, it's better to know than just go on with
someone
broccoli.
who's without hurting your feelings will try to get you fixed up and more presentable, right?
Yeah, like I see a hair on your face right
Go ahead, take it.
now. Okay. Now it's gone.
Boom.
It was really a hair. I didn't make that up.
That was so nice of you to let him know.
Thanks.
No, it's allowed. We've had this discussion.
Yeah.
It's allowed. So that's cool. All right. It looks like Doug, who we just talked about, who's the one who discovered. Could you hit that top one for me,
can.
please? I would love to, except for my dry, cracked hands don't work on touchscreens. Doug would have said that they're definitely coming back to Anakeesta and to Gatlinburg.
Wonderful. Thank you, Doug.
My son and I went to Gatlinburg. We did a little bit of moonshine tasting, and I got busted last week on the show
Yep.
because Kira had found the photos. In fact, what I forgot to do this week is send the photo I found of Kira.
Wait, what?
Well, it's on YouTube. It's you playing in the snow yesterday at another attraction. So I'll save
my
that.
goodness.
I'll save that for the end of the show because I have to send it off to the computer and send it off to Hunter so that that he has it to display. So. You ladies chat amongst yourselves for a moment while I text this picture to Hunter.
Okay.
Well, what other things do you have at Anakeesta? Like, what are the main things that draw people?
Well, one of the main things, of course, are the views. You're 600 feet up, and you have beautiful views of the Great Smoky Mountains, and of course, part of downtown Gatlinburg. But the guests really just enjoy the relaxation feature of Anakeesta. We've got so many great places for you to sit and just relax, talk, and enjoy the views. And of course, the food is delicious. And we do have a full-service bar up there as well.
Oh, yeah.
If people want to come up and just relax.
See, I mentioned moonshine tasting, and Melanie took the cue.
I did. I took that cue. We can fix you up with moonshine or whatever else you're looking for up there. But the dueling zip lines, they are so much fun. Our guides do just a wonderful job with that. And the mountain coaster is so exciting. But one of the favorite things of our guests is our treetop skywalk. We have 16 hanging bridges that are all connected by trees with platforms around them. And you're in the forest at Anakeesta walking through. And it's amazing.
Let me ask about the other end of the spectrum. My grandsons come to visit once a year and only get, for a few days. So this past summer, I was able to take them to Dollywood's because Artie wanted to ride a real roller coaster.
Sure.
And they had one. I thought there's no way this is going to happen, but they had one that his height, he was tall enough to ride, as long as I went with them.
Right.
So they also had to ride a roller coaster, which turned out to be fun. When you're talking about the mountain coaster, and I know we talked about this in our interview together, but I'm thinking about planning to bring the boys to Anakeesta when they visit in August or whenever they're coming. What can we do with a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 3-year-old combination platter of youngsters?
Well, on the mountain coaster, they could ride with you tandem as long as they're
From what
3
age?
or above.
3 or above. Okay.
Zip lining, you have to be 7 years old and 70 pounds, so we wouldn't have that. But
You have to be both or just either or?
you have to be both, actually. But we do have our children's treehouse playground, and it is awesome. We have 5 uniquely styled wooden tree houses, and they're connected by like little rope bridges and little rope challenge areas. And I'm going to be honest, adults love playing in there as much as the kids do.
And by
I know
adults,
I do.
that's what I
Yes,
mean.
yes.
We mean you, Melanie.
I am a big kid. I am a big kid. If there's something fun to do, I'm going to be right there doing
Well, let's be honest, you do bear a slight resemblance to Sandy Duncan as Peter Pan.
it. There you go.
The girls don't get the reference, but you might.
No, they probably don't have any idea who that is. That tells my age a little bit, but
Well, your age, I'm the one who came up with it.
I am a big kid, so but there's a lot to do, and the kids really do enjoy that playhouse. We also have gem mining, and it's so much fun to watch the kids whenever they sift through all of that, and they get their little shiny stones or arrowheads or whatever that they found. It's
lovely.
a lot of fun, and during the summer we have like arts and crafts and things for kids.
So
That's
keep commenting to win the
That's
tickets.
right.
Because it's a random drawing. We count out how many people. Like if you comment 10 times, you can still get 1 entry. But we count how many people have entered by making a comment, and then somebody in the other office has come up with a random number, and they'll count down that list of people until they hit that random number. So it's separate from one another. We don't know who's going to be the winner until the very end. So now's your opportunity. Melani Campbell has been gracious enough to give us these tickets.
we
for
really
you to
want you to win.
Yeah, so hurry up and do that because we'll take it through the segment, but we're getting to the point where we'll probably have to break and bring in Sports Director Rich Haley. But I'm not letting you go without eating something else. Everyone's going to have to eat more vegetables.
Okay.
So
Hurry up and comment.
somebody has to eat the onion. Somebody has to eat the onion. And
Okay, what do y'all want me to eat?
I vote for Savannah because it was her birthday recently.
I'll do it. I will do it.
It's right there.
You know what? You don't need any comments.
I'm just gonna go ahead and hold my breath.
I've got gum. I brought gum because I thought I would have to eat the onion.
Oh,
and now
my.
I've managed to flip it around and make Savannah do it.
Brave lady.
Are we ready?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Can you record this in slow motion somehow? I need to make it. Maybe you can make
Just
a
do it
video.
in
Wait,
slow motion.
get your camera, your phone out,
Oh, there
and
we
do
go.
like a, what do you call it? Not TikTok. What is the thing I'm thinking
Aren't you
of?
brave?
Where it goes back and forth.
My
Oh, wait, a
grandma actually eats these
Yeah.
like on the regular.
Okay, or she's gonna do it in slow mo.
So-
Okay,
All right.
wait, hold on, I'm not ready. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Okay, go. Okay, now we gotta do instant replay. I'm gonna send this to Hunter, and maybe.
How
Hunter
is it?
can get
I mean, it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Making my eyes water.
Worse than the jalapeno? If you had
yeah.
to eat one of them again on next week's show, would you choose the jalapeno or the onion?
The jalapeno for sure.
Yeah, I think I would too.
And I got onion in my teeth.
How big of a bite did you take?
A little bite. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Okay, then y'all take a bite.
I think she meant y'all. Y'all is plural, and I think ladies first would always.
There you go.
It's always ladies first.
No.
You're gonna bite the same onion though. I'm gonna save you a spot.
No, you don't.
See
have
this big
to.
spot here? I'll save that for you. You're gonna make a video of me too?
Oh yeah, well.
Wow.
I mean,
we go.
Or you can have maybe, and then I'm gonna make one of you. All right, you ready?
Wait, I'm not ready.
All right. This is part of the fun we have. Imagine you at your office, and you're eating onions, and someone wants to get it on video, right?
All right, you ready? Wait. Okay, now go.
Oh wow, that was a
Ooh,
big
that was
bite.
It's like the whole.
That was like half the
That was
onion.
a really big bite.
Oh my
my.
goodness.
Oh, I wish you all could just see what I
Yeah,
was just seeing.
how does it feel?
Well, you'll see it eventually.
yeah.
We're on television.
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident that you'll see. Oh, this is, well, actually, it's just oniony.
Yeah, it's just like
But look at my eyes aren't watering. It's cleaning out my sinuses, actually. I like that.
we'll take another bite since you like it so much.
No, I'm going to save some for Kira.
And you need to record her slow-mo as well.
I'll do it. I'll do it. James Moyer says yummy. All right, what do you want? Slow-mo?
Yes, slow mo.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'll try to make it so you can see. Here's lovely Kira.
That was
Again, do it again.
I didn't even bite it.
Do it again.
Okay.
yes. Yes.
All right, there you go. You're off the hook.
It really isn't that bad.
yeah.
It's got a terrible aftertaste. It's as far as we didn't save any for Rich Haley. Well, he'll have to just eat where Kira ate.
Okay, now it's getting weird.
Now it's getting weird.
The flavor, yeah, it's fine at first. It's kind of neutral, but then the aftertaste is just bad. More that's a broccoli cleanse. I know. All right, well, let's take a break. What are we running during the break? Oh, Jerry says that's a big crunch. My hand got wet enough that I can do this. Jim says looks fresh. Well, it was rude. It wasn't fresh. And then James said he would do it. And then, there you go. All right. Well, Melanie, would you like to take a bite of a vegetable before you leave, besides carrots?
Sure. How about this red pepper?
How about the red pepper? You go ahead and take a nice big bite out of the red pepper, like it's an apple. Yep. It's been washed. Kira washed them by hand.
Here we go.
Just pretend it's an apple.
It's a great bite.
It's a really good bite.
See, we're eating healthy, everybody.
We have some drone footage from Anakeesta. Why don't we watch it?
All right, well, watch that. And Melanie, thank you so much for being here. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
you so
much
much
for having me.
You're welcome back anytime. Melani Campbell, our friend from Anakeesta.
Thank you.
Anakeesta.com. And Shannon Winter running weekends through President's Day weekend, which is the 15th is a Saturday, right? That's your last day of that? And then it opens up back 7 days a week on March 1st. We'll have a ticket winner coming up after the break, but you can buy your tickets, of course, from Melanie and get good deals, right?
That's correct. You sure can.
All right, fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much for watching Ask Frank Live. More of the show coming up after the drone footage as we swap out and bring in sports director Rich Haley to get the latest. And we'll make him eat something. I guess it's probably going to be the orange because, big orange. But we'll see what he'll take, a jalapeno or something as well. More of Ask Frank Live is coming right up on Mountain Fun Life. okay if I spit my gum into this napkin that's got your lipstick all over it?
I mean, I guess.
You don't mind using it again?
Well, no.
All right. During the footage of the aerial drone footage, Savannah and I both started chewing gum to get the onion out of our
Thank you.
breath. I mean, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty rank.
Better
in here.
now.
Oh, look at photographer Jeff Haas. Do you know him? Jeffrey
I don't
Haas?
know.
He says the drone footage of Anakeesta looks incredible, nicely done. Does that mean you did it, Jeff? I mean, is that a...
Maybe.
I know Jeff. Jeff is fun. He takes a lot of pictures at the Tennessee Valley Fair for the rock concerts and other things, and I've known him a while. So did you get the slow-mo video of you?
I did.
All right.
I'm trying to upload it right now.
All right. Well, Rich Haley, our sports director, is here, freshly back a week ago. Actually, after the bowl game, you stayed a while.
Yes, we stayed for the weekend and enjoyed the beach.
So last we spoke with you was a week ago, on this show anyway, it was a week ago. And we were prepping for the Gator Bowl?
The Gator Bowl.
Now, it turns out, I think I saw a headline somewhere that I could have clicked on if I wanted to read more, that that's how I get my news. I just read the headlines. That's why they write them. That's why they're there. That the Vols Bowl, the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, was one of the best bowl games so far.
Oh, absolutely it was.
It was ranked way up there. I guess they decided the Kentucky Bowl was number one, I think, and the Vols were right up in there.
Okay. I didn't see that article, but yeah, it was one of the best games of the bowl season, without a doubt. The first half was a defensive struggle, and if you like watching teams play old-fashioned smash-mouth football, you got what you wanted. And then you get that incredible 5-minute comeback in the end of the game for the Vols to come back and win. Everybody loved the game except for Indiana.
Oh, but there were a lot of Orange fans in the Indiana section.
I think we outnumbered them about 3 or 4 to 1, because we had the Tennessee side that was full. Then you had both end zones, which were almost all Tennessee fans. And then, like you said, over there on the Indiana side, there was a lot of Orange.
Well, how does that even work then? How is there a Tennessee side versus an Indiana side? What's the point if it's all going to be Vols fans anyway?
Well, most times you get a bit more even distribution, but Tennessee travels really well. And the fact that this was our first bowl game in several years.
You've told me that multiple times, but explain it for the benefit of the young ladies with us and everybody else.
It just means the fans will go to the game. You know, it doesn't matter where it is, what's going on, we're going to go to the game.
Okay.
And Tennessee has always been known to be a team where the fans will follow. Mm-hmm. And any chance to go down to Florida in midwinter.
So does that mean that tickets were initially sold to Indiana fans or made available to Indiana fans, and they just didn't buy them? So
they bought their full allotment. Each team gets an allotment, and I think it was about 8,000 of the tickets.
Well, then how did Tennessee fans end up in the Indiana allotment?
Because Indiana bought their allotment of tickets, which is scattered throughout their half. But there's other seats that are left open.
I see. All right. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. And you want to sit on the side of your team, so you're with all your other fans, and you don't want to be exiled to the other team's stands.
Now, I missed the game because it was on cable, so thanks for telling. Did the Vols win?
The Vols won.
No, I read the headline that said they won. I also read the headline.
You didn't watch me? Thanks.
I also read the headline that said the band did really well.
Yes. They had both bands perform at halftime. And usually you only get the home team's band to play. But, of course, it's a bowl game, so both teams did. And UT went directly to their circle drill.
Which is?
And the Pride of the Southland Band, it's a band motion where all the band members form circles on the field and spirals, and they move back and forth. And it's very complicated. It's very hard to do. And Pride of the Southland Band is famous for that.
Do y'all know any band members by any chance?
I don't. Like, of what band?
The Pride of the Southland Band. Marching band. I got a kid who was in the ballerina. What do you call it? The Nutcracker Ballet. A male dancer from the ballet.
Ballet.
He's also a musician, and he's in now the Pride of the Southland Band. So his mom, whom I'm Facebook friends with, his mom is very proud of him, and so she posts the videos and all this, the headlines and everything. So shout out to Peplo. That's what he goes by his last name, Peplo.
Okay.
In a pep band, makes sense. But he used to be the one who hoisted the ballerinas in the air.
Okay.
Now he's hoisting some giant instrument in the air and marching around in these drills.
Like this?
I'm saying he's got the choreography down. Is what I'm trying to say. Looks like we got a couple more comments here. A Go Vols comment.
Yes.
And Doug also said something about the Buckeyes. What does that one say? People
The
look
top
at me.
one?
Yeah.
People look at me funny driving through Buckeye City with a big old T-Vol on the back of my SUV.
Yep.
And Buckeye City would be somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a city named Buckeye. Or is that Columbus?
That's probably Columbus.
Oh, all right.
Where Ohio State is.
Okay, so let's actually get the sports report for you in the
Oh,
2
that would
minutes
be
that we
new.
have left on the show.
That would be neat. All right. So we've got a couple of games going on tonight. One in high school. The Kings Academy is taking on Lakewood Christian at Lakewood Christian. And the Lady Vols are in action again in the SEC at Ole Miss. And they're 11-3 right now. They're doing well. Coach Harper has them moving right along and getting better. Then tomorrow night, we've got a full slate of high school basketball. Sevier County is at Jefferson County. Gatlinburg, Pittman, and Pigeon Forge meet. And we'll talk about that tomorrow on Morning in the Mountains. That's a pretty big meetup.
Yeah.
Northview Academy is taking on Carter at home, so that's a local game if you want to go see that. And Kings Academy is in action for the second night at Grace Christian.
Excellent.
Now, there's also a little interesting thing going on with the Ice Bears Friday night.
Oh, that tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night. They're taking on the Huntsville Havoc, and it is their Jurassic Park night.
Oh.
So if you have an inflatable T-Rex costume, like we all do,
My sister has an inflatable pinata costume. Would that count?
it might.
Maybe.
Is it a Jurassic pinata?
I mean, if we made her have like sounds, she might.
We can make that happen.
Yes. Okay.
So then everybody that wears the costume gets to go race across the ice for free tickets.
That's hilarious.
And the rest of us, yes, the rest of us get to watch and laugh.
Hilarious. And you said that's tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
And do they put down padding?
I believe they put something down for traction
Okay.
because they don't want any extra blood on the ice. Hockey blood on the ice is okay.
Yes, we don't want all of the inflatable dinosaurs to become extinct. We want them to survive.
Yep.
All right, let's throw a vegetable at Rich.
Oh.
Because we have some video footage standing by of us eating vegetables and close up. But Rich, no one's bitten the orange pepper.
I can't eat a vegetable. I'm a carnitarian.
So grab the orange here.
Whoa! We're getting violent here.
Are you okay?
I am fine. It takes more than.
You just got pepper slapped.
Better than pepper sprayed.
That is a true statement. All right, so the big orange bell pepper.
Yay.
Good for you.
Yay.
That's actually good.
I know, of course it's good. I gave you you got the best one probably. I mean, actually, of all of them.
Krista said the pepper.
Oh, thank you, Krista. Well, speaking of, before we sign out, let us check some of the extreme close-up videos that we made of each other while you were watching. Which is this one?
Why isn't it slow-mo?
That's me. Have you shown all of them yet? Here's Savannah. You know what we need for Savannah? Oh, you didn't even take a bite. What Savannah needs in that video is one of the a wind fan to blow her hair like Beyonce.
Oh, there you go.
That's what we need.
Need an effects shot.
Oh goodness. Did the one of Kira make it through? I don't know if
it didn't.
Oh,
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
would you stop? How do I send it to Hunter directly?
I'm not
I think it
telling
looks
you.
good. Look how you look lovely.
No.
You don't think you? Well, I'll have to figure out a way to get
Look
this.
at that. Look at that.
What's wrong with that?
I don't want to terrorize you all with this.
Well, we'll figure out a way to get that for next time. Yep. And also, Hunter, I sent you a picture of Kira from our YouTube channel. I'd like to throw that up if we can for a moment. This is our new Mountain Fun Life meme. Where keep it up on the screen for a second.
Oh,
Kira,
yeah.
would you please explain why
Okay.
this exists?
So we went to Pigeon Forge Snow to do interviews with them, and they had this giant room just full of real, authentic snow. And I was doing the interview, and Dakota was telling me about how you can make snow angels, you can build snowmen, things like that. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is my opportunity to be a snow angel. So I gave them my mic, I ran over to the snow, and then I just started doing that. And then I realized I was still on camera, so I said, now back to you, Frank.
And then they decided to close caption or open caption that.
I guess so.
So I'm watching it, And I said, this is crazy. So it looks like you just fell down dead. Hannah, did you do this? Did you the one responsible for this nonsense?
Sure is.
Because here's Kira laying down in this snow like she can't get up, going, now back to you, Frank. So it's worth looking up on our YouTube channel, and we'll incorporate that into next week's Morning in the Mountains show.
Yep.
All right, the winner was just, winner, Anakeesta
is.
dinner.
Up there.
Let's hit that on the screen so everybody can see. Is Philip Tatler the Fourth.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Tickets for you to enjoy Anakeesta. Congratulations. Thank you for all the fun comments. We were so busy with vegetable hands that we weren't able to get them all on the screen, but of course you can see them as you're watching us on Facebook Live.
I'm very happy you missed the one where Aaron said I have to eat broccoli. No, you missed that one. It's too late. We're closing.
Throw in the broccoli.
Yeah, there's still a
Well, I'll
little bit
find
on
it.
there. I mean,
Right there.
I'll find
Yeah.
it. Peppers, onions. The broccoli is actually the tamest of the whole batch.
It really is.
I can't find it
Yes,
on there.
actually
I call
love
it Tree of Doom, and there's a reason for that.
Why do you call it Tree of Doom?
Because it's nasty.
Who are you, George W. Bush, H.W. Bush, or who is it? Which one was it that hated
I think
broccoli?
it was HW.
Yeah, one of the presidents.
There's a lot
hated,
of us.
hated broccoli. Oh, come on! You're like on a total, diet. This is good for your diet. Whatever it is you're on.
See, guys, I'm just trying to make you all healthy. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Kira. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys watching us each week on Ask Frank Live. Thank you for liking and sharing the video with your friends, because as we wrap up here, and you might want to share it and post it on your Facebook page so your friends can watch it during their lunch hour, perhaps, right? And enjoy the delicious lunch that we had. All right. And I'm sorry I made the jokes about my dad, but it was just
It's
I
okay,
offended you at
Frank.
the beginning of the show. But it didn't seem to affect the number of comments, because thankfully we had Anakeesta tickets. So there we go. All right. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow with Morning in the Mountains at 9 o'clock on your Facebook Live. Check us out on Roku and YouTube. And then next Thursday, I have no idea what we're going to do, because we'll start planning that as soon as we turn off the cameras.
And I can't wait.
Do you have an idea?
I have a few.
All right. Well, fantastic. Thanks a lot for watching. Mountain Fun Life is your place for all the, what are we, guiding your adventure. That's what we're doing.
Guiding your
I
adventure.
came up with that. I did. I spent hours trying to figure out what was our slogan going to be. And then I said,
Well, you did
guiding
well.
your adventure.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, let's close out with a message from our friends at Anakeesta. Thanks again for watching. I'm Frank Murphy with Kira Cupp and Savannah Denny and Rich Haley, and this is Ask Frank Live on Mountain Fun Life.
How do we turn moments into memories? Those moments where the right people are right beside you. And the anticipation of reaching the top makes you feel like a kid again. Where the only arguments are who goes first. And trying something new never gets old. Visit us at Anakeesta, where there's magic in the mountains.